We've touched on this point a couple times during our conversation, and that point is around innovation. In response to the coronavirus pandemic, innovators are jumping in to help around the world. You mentioned this. Beer makers and distilleries have shifted production to hand sanitizer. Uh, GM, Ford are building ventilators and personal protective equipment. What is there about a crisis that breeds so much innovation?
In their heart of hearts, every entrepreneur is somebody who identifies and addresses a problem, right? A market, the market's not serving a certain constituent, they open up a restaurant, right? They build a better mousetrap and they bring it to the world, right? And so when pre COVID-19, right, you needed a lot of capital or a lot of vision or a lot of expertise in order to be innovative, because if it was truly a problem for a lot of people, we probably would have already addressed it. And that's kind of why this crisis presents so many opportunities, because the apple cart has been tipped over and shaken and smashed on the streets. And so everyone has a brand new set of problems that they never dreamt of until now. And so this is arguably the most fertile ground for entrepreneurs and innovators since the last financial crisis, 2008 and 2009, as you pointed out, Chris. So now's the time, if you are thinking of doing something entrepreneurial or innovative, and oh, by the way, asset prices are going to be cheap for a while. So the barriers to entry will be low, the opportunities will be great, and also a lot of people are going to be operating out of the mindset of fear and scarcity, which means that if you're thinking entrepreneurially and innovatively, which is the mindset of abundance and opportunity, you're going to be able to do things that no one else will.
How can small and medium-sized businesses be innovative to meet this moment and then position themselves to be successful coming out of the public health and economic emergency?
Well, as we kind of continue to think about this new world order, if your business model is going to be unchanged, that might be so, but your operations will not. And so if you have a physical customer or a physical employee, you're going to have to think through the accommodations that you'll have to make in order to ensure that those human beings feel safe being a part of your business. I think that we all have good guesses about what that means when it comes to socially distancing or testing or contact tracing, or even the Bob Iger, the head of Disney, was talking about taking people's temperatures before they walk into theme parks. It's anyone's guess. But if you do have any type of physical presence, you're going to need to think about accommodations. That's step one. All right, you've thought through accommodations. What is the new world order mean for your business model? This is an even trickier question, right? But it's the entrepreneurs that have empathy and that can kind of get out of their own head and go connect with potential customers and stakeholders and learn quickly about what the real problems are on the ground for their customers that carry the day. Because it's only through that empathy and that ability to connect with other people that you can really see the problem for what it really is, right? Because we're kind of all prisoners of our own minds when it comes to seeing the forest for the trees. And so my recommendation for anyone leading a small business or a nonprofit is, go back, remember the days when you were beginning this business and all of the different people you talked to and all of the different mistakes you made building your product or service and everything that you learned and how quickly you were able to learn in order to create a product or service that gained traction in the marketplace, and all of the hard work you did to scale that intervention, right? or that product or that to scale that solution. And so go back to basics and start talking to people. And I know it's really hard to talk to people these days, but thanks to Zoom and WebEx and the fact that our internet and phone services are still open, get on the phone and start talking to people and say, hey, I own a trucking company. I'm in the logistics space. How do you guys think this is going to shake out? What are you hearing? And just get out there, talk to people, and start to gather as much information as possible, so that when it comes to you re-examining your own business model, you can make an informed decision.